New from 88 Films is The Curse to The Bite, or Curse to The Bite, whichever title you prefer. I saw the trailer for this and had flashbacks to the 80s of this film. Now, I remember seeing it, but that's about all. I can't really remember individual scenes going into this one. I was curious going into it because it's got an absolute bonkers plot here from 1989. This is the film all about a couple going across America. They go into a gas station. They meet the kind of doomsayer character that's always there. Like, don't go that way. Stay out of that area. I'm not going to tell you why, but just stay out of it.
Hey, buddy, I wouldn't go through that area if I was you. I ain't a human being for about 100 miles.
Our characters, of course, travel through that area because it's a shortcut to where they want to be when our main character, Clark, is bitten on the hand by a radioactive snake. Now, we get a character there who happens to be a kind of doctor of sorts.
You're not a doctor?
I'm a businessman. Buying, selling, buying, mostly selling.
Who has anti-venom and just guesses the snake by the bite, which is hilariously fun, and gives him an antidote. Now, I don't know if it was the snake bite, the radioactive snake bite, the antidote, whatever, but our character's hand begins to change and morph into a snake. It's completely ludicrous, over the top, and just plain silly. Sometimes you just kind of want that in a film, though, and I appreciate this here. You get Jill Schoeling as Lisa, the girlfriend. She was in such classic 80s films as Cutting Class, Popcorn, The Stepfather. She was a terrific scream queen. And here she kind of takes the main role as the put-upon girlfriend of Clark as he's going through all kinds of changes, shall we say. And we just kind of follow this couple as they bounce around, with the doctor realising that he may have gave the wrong anti-venom and trying to track this pair down. Nothing really happens other than anybody that comes in contact with Clark ends up dead in one way or another, usually through some wonderfully gore-fueled sequence, like the moment where the police officers pull him over and the hand snake, I don't know how else to describe it, decides to just go down somebody's throat and rip out their still beating heart to show them before they die. It doesn't make a lick of sense, but it doesn't matter. It's 98 minutes, it kind of flies by, gives us some great secondary characters that are really kind of fun to spend time with, like the female trucker, the sort of quack doctor that runs about with all this anti-venom. Some other characters that we discover later on. Most of the bad things happen to these people that appear, and the main exciting, thrilling, awful part of this, I would say, is probably the finale of this film, because it is so gruesomely icky and yucky that I couldn't help but just love it when it got to it, as we see our main character as snakes are just almost pouring from his body. It is horrible, it is disgusting, it really just feels wrong in so many ways. The Curse to the Bite is a ridiculous premised film. I mean, there's just no other way to put it, but there is a certain level of sincerity in the filmmaking that just makes it enjoyable. I love the effects and the gore, which is used sparingly. You get glimpses, and to be honest, that's probably the best way to do it, because you get some nice idea of what exactly has happened to Clark's hand, especially at the end when you start to see what's happening to his body. It's just utterly awful, but in a fun kind of way. The Curse 2 is a fun film. It's one of those kind of throwaway genre films where it's just silly, entertaining, one of those ones that I can see myself watching again, and having seen it, remembering back to watching it in the 80s or the early 90s. I would love to know your thoughts on Curse 2, The Bite. Yeah, let me know in the comment box below if you've seen this one, because I really want to know your opinion of this. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.